Welcome everybody to Town Hall on this Sunday, wherever you're at. So great to see everyone. So awesome to have Mama Surya with us last week. That was cool. I'm still kind of riding high from that. Today, any questions that come up throughout the session, just if you want to put them in the chat directly to me, that's the best way to get those answered. I'll keep an eye on it throughout and make sure I leave some time at the end. Other than that, I think we should just jump right in. So I'm going to ring a bell, say some prayers, and we'll see what happens. May all beings possess happiness and the inner causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the inner causes of suffering. May all beings remain undivided from the sacred joy which is free from suffering. May all beings come to rest in great peace and equanimity beyond attachment and aversion to friends, enemies, or strangers. Bless and empower us that our minds and hearts turn toward the Dharma. Bless and empower us that our Dharma practice becomes the path. Bless and empower us that the path truly dispels confusion. Bless and empower us that confusion itself dawns as primordial awareness. I'll take some time to find a comfortable position here. I was rewatching Lama's session from last Sunday, and I'll maybe start off with what he described as the 3 keys to natural meditation, which is arriving, settling, releasing. So just taking some time to arrive here, arrive in the body, maybe let the mind settle in the body settle in whatever position you're in. Just taking a break from regular activities. This time we set aside to practice. So taking some time to really become fully present, awake, aware, attentive. And just letting everything settle. Naturally, letting our bodies rest at ease, natural. No particular position. We don't need to be still, move around. We don't have to be statues. Just comfortable, supported, resting. Letting our breath settle. We don't need to breathe in any special way. It's natural breath. And natural heart and mind. So just letting our thoughts, feelings settle. So arriving, settling, and then releasing. So letting things come and go, letting thoughts come and go. Letting go of any tendency to try to control our experience in any way. Allowing things to be just the way they are. Allowing ourselves to be just how we are right now. So just sitting or whatever position we're in, just breathing, just being natural at ease. The only fine print of being awake, aware, attentive. And just recognizing whatever arises and resting in that recognition. Yesterday, I caught a live stream of Jigme Khyentse Rinpoche from Turgar. I'll post the link in the chat if you're interested on the recording. It's a very interesting Q&A. A lot I took from it, but one thing that's interesting is Jigme Khyentse Rinpoche's father was Kangur Rinpoche, which if you're into this sort of thing is probably a familiar name, and if not, don't worry about it. He was asked kind of what it was like being raised in that environment and having the father he did and everything else, and somewhat paraphrasing his response, but I would say one of the things he identified that he was grateful for was he wasn't shielded from reality. And he gave the example people would bring corpses by the house, and it was sort of scared him as a kid. And so he tells his dad, like, this is kind of freaking me out. And his dad's like, why? Everybody dies. This is a natural thing. And he used it kind of as an example. He had multiple of these examples. And then he kind of brought it back around to sort of an invitation to reflect on all the things we might do to shield ourselves from reality, right? The things that we do to kind of filter whatever it is that we experience, and sort of out of hope that things go a certain way or fear that things might go a certain way, some effort to try to control maybe literally everything that rises, and the effort that goes into that. And it sort of indicates, at least to me, how important it is to have this time where we just practice, where we can take a break from our usual habits, at least for now, just let things be, seeing reality directly, not shielding ourselves from whatever arises, which means we don't need to block out any thoughts. We don't need to try to have a certain experience. We don't need to worry about if we're doing it the right way. Just simply being, recognizing whatever arises. I love Lama Surya's one-liners on reality. Seeing things as they are, not as they ain't, is one. Seeing things as they are, not as we want them to be, is another. So whatever arises, just being with that, present. Natural, at ease, resting, relaxing, releasing, allowing. Nothing to do, nothing to figure out, nothing to achieve, transform. Just simply being present, restful, awake. So nothing to do, just staying present, staying awake, aware, attentive, seeing things clearly, noticing what arises, experiencing directly, fully whatever comes up, without trying to block out thoughts or any sort of experience or trying to hold on to any type of thought or experience. No right or wrong experience to have, just natural, at ease, letting things be. Just taking it one breath at a time, one moment at a time. You continue to arrive and settle and release. So you continue to just recognize whatever arises. You might be aware of a stillness, spaciousness, openness. You might recognize movement, activity, thought. And you might recognize that which recognizes awareness itself, aware of awareness. It's not about favoring maybe spaciousness over stillness. These are inseparable. Movement, stillness, awareness itself, uncompartmentalized, inseparable. So no need to play favorites. And again, another way of saying it would be just recognize whatever arises. And then simply rest in that recognition. you'd like, you can join me in a refresh, restart, grab a drink, stretch break. It's hard work doing nothing. Gotta be sure to take a break. All right, when you're ready, just start fresh. Keeping things fresh, breaking up the practice. You don't ever have to wait for me to take a break or to start fresh. Anytime you feel yourself getting distracted, it's enough just to bring your attention back to what it is you're doing. Take it from the top. Just continuing to release, to allowing ourselves to just be the way that we are, this moment to be the way that it is, just being free and at ease. And this is a natural awareness, natural meditation, suggesting there's nothing to create, just an allowing, nothing to figure out. Don't need to label or categorize or judge our experience, just recognizing, seeing clearly, seeing the essence of whatever arises. Recognizing how thoughts and experiences come and they go on their own, in their own way, in their own time. No effort needed from us. So since there's no effort needed from us, there's nothing to do except for rest. With the fine print of being awake and aware and attentive, just resting in awareness. Just continuing to take it one breath at a time, one moment at a time. Letting everything be. If you want, you might want to see if you can really tune in, really become present, awake, aware. The Dzogchen instructions usually um, kind of reach a point where the advice is to sustain. So, in other words, just keep doing what you're doing, natural at ease, letting things be. But I like this poem prayer instruction, which is 5 ways of sustaining the essence, which is by Dakpo Tashi Namyal. I'll just read these to you in case it's helpful. Again, just keeping in mind there's really nothing to do, just kind of pointing at some things that are already present, even though there's some verbs in there, so it sounds a little doing. That's why I'm starting with the warning. So it says, elevate your experience and remain wide open like the sky. Expand your mindfulness and remain pervasive like the earth. Steady your attention and remain unshakable like a mountain. Brighten your awareness and remain shining like a flame. Clear your thought-free wakefulness and remain lucid like a crystal. And even though it has like elevate, expand, steady, brighten, clear, it also ends with remain. Continuing to sustain our presence. Like a lot of these metaphors, I do find helpful. Wide open like the sky, pervasive like the earth, unshakable like a mountain, shining like a flame, lucid like a crystal. Want maybe one more refresh, stretch break, drink break here. So nice to practice together. To have you all here. Love it. So thankful for Lama Surya and the Dzogchen Foundation for getting this going and keeping it going. Menla, Dory, everybody that keeps us trucking here. What a resource. As we start to get nearish to the end of this sitting period, it can be helpful to maybe think a little bit about post meditation and what comes after we hop up off the cushion or office chair or rocking chair or whatever we've got going here. Um, but I popped the YouTube link to this Jigme Khyentse Rinpoche Q&A from yesterday that I saw. And one thing that I really appreciated about his talk and that I love about Dzogchen is just the practical nature of it, which is it's really about integrating into life, not about meditation just for the sake of meditation, although that's lovely. And it really translates well. This time that we set aside to really practice gives us a chance, I think, to get a little more comfortable and confident just letting things be, which gives us space, gives us the option on how, if at all, we want to react to different things that come up. And that we don't need, it's great to have these more extended times, and I think, at least for me, it's important to do it as often as I can. Part of, I think, the byproduct of maybe an overly busy, packed Western kind of life, it's important to have these time to unplug and take this extended time. But we also don't need to wait for these extended periods. Simple enough to just let things be, just to take a breath, center, focus, available to us at any time. Doesn't take long, just a moment. Just maybe a reminder that we can always tap into this at any point throughout the day, as often as we want. It's kind of the point, I think, in value of the so-called non-meditation. We don't have to split our life up into this is the spiritual part, this is the non-spiritual part. Just really being present for every experience during meditation or otherwise. So with that, let's dedicate our practice. May all beings everywhere, with whom we are inseparably interconnected and who want and need the same as we do, may they be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, safe, and free. May there be peace and harmony in this world, an end to war and violence, poverty and hunger, inequality and oppression, greed and cruelty, pandemics, famine, droughts, earthquakes, all kinds of natural disasters. May all be free from fear, harm, danger, anxiety, and insecurity. May we better prepare ourselves for the natural calamities that beset us all. And may we all together complete the spiritual journey, one beloved community, one circle, one family, all the way home. I bow to all of you Buddhas. Thank you so much for being here. Please pop any questions, comments, etc. into the chat. I popped the dzogchen.org link in earlier. Love to have as many folks as are interested as members, supporting, keeping this going. Everything helps. Appreciate all the kind words in the chat. So great to practice. I'll definitely be watching the Chiefs have the night game tonight. Again, thanks so much for joining, everybody. We'll see you same time, same place next Sunday. Be well. Have a great weekend, rest of the week. Take care. Bye-bye.